Okay, so I know y'all been waiting for part two, and here we are. But before we get into it, I'm gonna put a disclaimer out. There's nothing wrong with being initiated asogwe. Nothing wrong with the practice. Nothing wrong with that type of priesthood. But there's everything wrong with people who take advantage of people for monetary gains and endanger people's lives. And I have spoken to a lot of elders. I've started this whole testimonies on Facebook 6 months ago. I've been telling my story. I just wanted to test the waters with Facebook. And I wanted to also let all the practitioners, the voodoo practitioners and the ATRs and other ATRs know what happened to me around the time, that I left that spiritual house. And I felt like I had to speak up and talk about what I went through. So I've been doing it. This is not new tea. Like, I've been talking about it for months. If you have not been following me on Facebook, then go back to Facebook, go look up, 7 months ago, when I was spilling all the tea. And I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna let these people get away with this shit. I'm gonna speak up to make sure I save somebody else's life. And I did, and a lot of people was mad, and I didn't give a fuck. But okay, now back to business. Let's talk about how shit turned sideways. We're gonna go back to Haiti a little bit, because there's some important details that I left out that it needs to be talked about a little bit more. Okay, so while I was in Haiti, I did witness that certain things that was done for the local people who were getting initiated and the American people, I saw that there was it was different. I peeped it. It was different. I was like, And then what crossed my mind a lot while I was there was, because I found out that I was getting asogwe at the last minute, and I always thought I was going to be supwe, was that all of us Americans, this was a mixture of white and black people, were about to get the highest level of priesthood. And we did not earn it. We did not put in the work to get it. When we were having our circle of moments, our bonding moments, because some of those people, I have met them for the first time while there. When we were asking each other, why were we there? The, white folks was like, they were giving their answers. And I was like, red fucking flag. Because I thought their reasons for being there is because somebody told them they had to be there. They didn't really know why they had to do voodoo. They came here. They didn't have like a valid reason. I thought that was a red flag. And that kind of made me side eye them folks and was like, whoa, because us, colored folks, or, we knew why we was there. I would say 50%. We knew 50% of why we were there. So then I thought to myself, and I was like, this is interesting. We're all getting the highest priesthood. We're all getting initiated into the highest priesthood. Some of these people, from the time of their reading that they were told that they had to be here or that they had to get initiated, to now that we are in Haiti and we're about to get initiated, was some of them were less than a year. I was like, so y'all didn't get no kind of trainings before? Because I did my la tête. I had trainings in between. But the others, they didn't. And I was like, shocked. Red fucking flag. So it made me side eye them a little bit. And I was just like, I think my anger was misdirected. But I was kind of like holding like some kind of animosity. Like, y'all colonizers are always coming over here, like not realizing that they were tricked as well. And y'all always want to insert yourselves and try to take over and don't really know that what this culture means to, what it means for people. It's a way of life. It's not like something you could just get in and get in with the, it's not a boys and girls club or whatever that everybody just, get to come in. So my anger towards them, or my resentment, was a little misdirected. So I started having an attitude a little bit. But anyways, what I noticed was that we're all getting initiated into the highest level of priesthood. I know I kind of repeated myself. And we did not have to work for it. And I was like, I wonder how the local people feel. I wonder how these Haitians who've been here their whole life, I wonder how they feel about us just coming in and infiltrating and getting initiated. And they're doing all these ceremonies and all that kind of stuff. And woo. How they feel about us just getting it. And they had to work their entire livelihood to get it. They had to train for years to get it. But then remember the part where I said the locals they were treated a little bit different. The ones who were about to get initiated with us were getting treated a little bit different, meaning that more things were being done for them. I peeped it. I don't know if anybody else peeped it while I was there. Than that they were doing, than what they were doing for us, American people. So I'm just like peeping shit, and I'm like, like certain conversations they were having, I was ear hustling. That was my red flag. But then I was just like, well, I'm here. After this is done, I'm gonna go home. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm gonna go to my habitation. I'm just thinking, okay, there's other things that I need to do, but we're not gonna worry about it right now. I'll just worry about it after, whatever. Biggest mistake. So, of course, everything goes. People start having medical issues. People start having injuries. Things are just going really weird. Some people are just like losing their shit. And I'm the only one who is like the most nothing's wrong with me person there. I think it was me and one other person, me and the other white guy. We were like fine for the most part. Nothing really was going on with us emotionally, mentally, or physically that I know of. I can't speak for other people, but I think we both were like, okay. And we were just looking at everybody else like, shit, what the fuck's wrong with y'all? Like, what's going on with y'all? Shout out to my ancestors and my spirits. Even though they whooped my ass because of this, they kept me alive. And I also want to put a disclaimer. Being Haitian and also coming from a laku of my dad was a boka. My whole family is a Sevite. We have our own lakus. We have our own temples. But in my family, we also have a lot of malfecte in my laku as well. Malfectes are like people who do dirty magic and harm innocent people. So because of that, I kind of kept my distance because I was like, I didn't want to be like them. I wanted a different side of voodoo. And Asogwe was the side of voodoo that was foreign to me. Did not know anything about Asogwe. Did not know, all I know was being a Sevite. So there are things that I should have done and gone to my family first, have went through that process of making sure I get permission from my family, from my habitation, on my mother's side and my father's side, my habitation, my demembré. I had to go there. I should have went there, but my spiritual mother knew. She knew. She fucking knew that I should have done that in the beginning. She knew, but she let me cause self-harm to myself. She didn't say nothing. Business as usual. We go through the whole process. Now, here I am back in America. Things go bad, like relationships with people, friendships, and all that kind of stuff. Shit start to go left. Like I'm starting to have problems with a lot of people. And I come back with a dead spirit with me too. I had a falling out with my spiritual sister who was supposed to be temporarily my roommate. We had a really bad falling out to where I ended up like telling her she had to leave my house. This is somebody who I initiated with and did my la vie tete with too, that I've known for years. Shit was going south for her in her life because, she was dealing with the injury and also, money issues and all that kind of stuff. When I came back, I started having money issues too. Like a lot of people's livelihoods was going crazy and the excuse that they gave me was, you're going to be tested. After Kunzo, things go really bad before they get better. My shit went to fucking hell, okay? A lot of people's shit went to hell. But I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to trust the process. Not realizing that I was being fucking controlled. I was under a fucking spell. And I had a dead spirit attached to me. So while I was under this spell, you could not have told me anything bad about those people. I was in a cult-like mindset. To where I felt like I had to bring everybody on to this spiritual house because it was the safe space. And my spiritual mother is so helping and so nice and so loving. I started having the mindset of everybody need to be initiated. They needed to be saved. And yeah, that's when the recruiting part got a little ridiculous. Like for fucking part 3. And we gonna keep going, okay? I'm gonna tell my story before y'all miserable bitches try to tell my motherfucking story. But anyways, let's go.